given a talk to your club before actually on the U3A, and I won't repeat myself. I'll just give you an update on what's been happening. But for those of you not aware, U3A stands for University of the Third Age. Okay. And what do we mean by third age? It means people like myself, and some of the
young men.
Life will go through three ages.
Young at heart.
The first age is when you are young and dependent on others. The second age is when you are responsible adult, yeah, and want to look after not just yourself, your family, your parents, and so on. And third age is when you are nearing retirement or retired. In fact, if you take it and explore that, unfortunately, it can be the best age. Why? Because you no longer have family responsibilities, no longer have work responsibilities, or reduce. And with the increased lifespan and good health, many of us are fit, active, and all ready to enjoy life to the full. Yeah? Now, unfortunately, and I think particularly in Singapore, many of us are so used to the grind, and when they retire, many of them don't know what to do. I hear stories like, I don't know why my husband is now in every day, such a nuisance. Things like that. And so this is where U3A comes in. It's a very special university. No admission qualifications, no exams, yeah, but study, learning, yes, all in fun and for enjoyment. Yeah, and U3A is actually a worldwide movement. Started in France 40 years ago, and now in 50 over countries. Yeah, and what it does is to provide enrichment programs for seniors age 50 and above. Came rather late to Singapore, I think, and we actually been building up the scene, and it's only last year that we actually launched it for. Yeah? And it was launched by the Singapore Association for Continuing Education, SACE, which actually has been in existence since 1979. Yeah? In fact, it is a registered charity. And SACE itself is actually for adults of all ages, yeah, not just the seniors. Yeah, but we've sort of neglected that part and focused on the seniors because it's really quite an issue in Singapore, not only in Singapore, elsewhere too. And that's where we've been putting much of our efforts. Yeah. Now, in U3A, apart from providing enrichment activities and so on, we actually team up with the Foundation of Rotary Clubs, and in fact this is one of our joint projects. Now, Rubik's Cube game is a bit like Mahjong, but much more simple, easy to learn, yeah, and very enjoyable by people of all ages, from the very young to the very old, from those not so well educated to those who are very educated. And because it's so, it's simple to learn, but it can be quite challenging, and that's the beauty of it. And the reason we are engaging in this project is to introduce this game targeted at 100,000 seniors in Singapore over the next 2 years, with the aim of providing the mental exercises to keep them mentally fit. Because that must be the first requirement. Only when you are mentally fit are you able to enjoy life to the full, engage in a lot of activities. Yeah. However, we also look at some other projects, and fortunately, because this is Jubilee year, the government has kindly provided opportunities for the seniors to engage in free courses. And we were one of the chosen, not so much U3A, but SACE, yeah, one of the chosen providers to provide these free courses. Yeah. We launched 8 courses and the response was overwhelming. In fact, many of our courses were long waiting lists. And we also took the opportunity to see what we can do, not just apart from providing courses, but to see how we can actually help our seniors in other ways. And one of the project collaboration that I had been discussing with this club is really the innovation of starting a chain of cafes. And actually this idea came from your past president, Vicky. Because you asked me one day, you are at university, where's your campus? And I say, we are not that type of university with huge campuses and so on. But it would ring a bell, and I say, we must have a place to meet, yeah, to have fellowship, yeah, to what I'm trying to say, tantian, you know, yeah, and to learn, yeah. And we hit upon the idea of having a small, manageable premise where you can serve coffee, tea, maybe snacks, you know, and maybe have several of these scattered all over Singapore. Because we find that even though Singapore is small, for seniors to travel long distances to meet, to engage in activities is also an issue. Yeah? And that's how the idea started. Yeah? However, all good ideas, it takes time to germinate, yeah, and to consolidate, and we have come some way since we started talking. Yeah? We haven't actually started a cafe yet. But what we've done, we actually have started a course on starting a small business, yeah? Cafe. Yeah? And this course just started on the 1st of July. It's an 8-session course, 8.5 days, and run by a good friend of mine, my fellow Rotarian, Jeremy Xia, who owns a chain of restaurants, yeah? And he himself personally conducts this course. Yeah? So in 8 sessions, we are going to teach would-be entrepreneurs, yeah? Retirees essentially, who do not want to retire and do nothing, yeah? But do something of interest there, not so much to make big money, but to actually enjoy life and do something to stimulate the mind, and also to have some sort of income. Yeah? And the first class of 20, we just started, the class is full. The next course that we are starting, the second run, is also full. Yeah. But to my mind, it's okay because we can run more courses in the future. Yeah? Now, what we want to do is we are not teaching MBAs, we are not teaching various facets of running businesses and so on. We are teaching simple approach to starting a small business. And as you know, currently out there, out of one who succeeded in any business venture, big and small, I think there were thousands and thousands who failed. And many of these fail because they don't have the know-how, they are foolhardy and not well prepared. And we are not just thinking of this course itself. This course is just the beginning, yeah, to give them the basics. And after that, we will actually guide them in the setup of cafe and to run the cafe. In fact, even more, we are thinking that we don't want retirees to work full-time. That should not be the way. At least half the time should be enjoying themselves. Yeah? So when we do get to start the cafe, we will want a retiree to operate only for half the week, and another retiree to operate for the other half of the week, big terms. And they can cover it for each other if one wants to go on holiday and so on. And as you know, one of the biggest problems in starting the cafe, especially F&B, and other businesses as well, is manpower issues. Yeah? Manpower problems. And this problem will be solved if the cafe owners are owner-operators. That is, they themselves. Maybe in partnership with a friend or in partnership with a spouse. Yeah? Run the cafe, operate the cafe. Yeah? And take it as a form of enjoyment, not drudgery and so on. Yeah. So this is how we have been progressing. And I'm quite sure from this first batch of 20, next batch of 20, 40 people, we will find a few who have the capability and the resources and the perseverance to make this a success. Yeah? But more than that, and I was thinking further how Rotarians and your club can be involved, is that we want the support. And as you know, in U3A, particularly business projects, in any business endeavor, you need accountants, you need lawyers, you need managers, and so on. We have plenty of expertise. Yeah. So what I'm hoping is that your club can come in as a sponsor of a cafe. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe one or two of you may you don't want to be involved in operations. That's fine. But we must always separate the management, the owners from the operators. Yeah. So, and also because Rotarians are reputed for integrity and so on, that's also a very good basic starting point. Yeah. So, just thinking off the cuff, my thinking is that Rotary clubs such as yours take on the formation of a cafe. Yeah. Maybe provide the board of trustees or whatever. Find someone from among these first couple of batches of graduates of the course to run the cafe itself, yeah, and then also provide the support and if necessary the startup finance and so on. And I think by this way, we are engaging on a very worthy project. In fact, I must commend our two young friends for starting this very commendable project. In fact, it brings back memories because I used to be a civil engineer. I used to be involved in design of water supply systems. In fact, I was involved in designing the Bombay water supply system. I used to design sewage works and pumping stations and the like, so I know what you're talking about, and it's really very well done. Yeah. So back to this. I would suggest that to do this properly, we need to set the infrastructure, set the policies, the procedures, and so on. And I would suggest a small group of you. In fact, there are about 4 of you at least, I think, who actually have joined SACE and U3A. Vicky, Edmund, Susan,
Peter,
and one more.
Peter.
Peter is
Not a club member, but
Ching himself.
and one more Peter, the
Peter is not. Yes.
he's a old.
And what better than to start this project with your new president here, who is a member and actually is just starting his term. Yeah. So I suggest after the this meeting, if a few of us can sit down to actually go further into it, I shall be pleased to advise on how we can actually do the startup.
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
Get all of them attend one of the classes. Then they conduct how to do run a business. Then they will understand what is the.
Oh, by the way, these classes that we are starting,
Just
they are
sitting.
free.
Yeah.
They are for seniors,
Yeah.
but there's no room to sit in the class. It's just
Let them stand. Never mind. Let them hear. The quality is the content.
we can discuss, but I'm not sure if it can be done.
Yeah, it'd be great. When's the next meeting?
Which one?
Next session?
Next session,
Yeah.
I think we really need to discuss that.
Yeah.
Okay. But certainly we can conduct a special briefing session. Yeah. But I think first of all we must get the thing moving. I think we've been talking, yeah. But we now must actually take the actual steps to its presentation. So please answer any question to do with U3A, SACE, or this cafe project.
Just one comment.
Yes.
Are you aware that already this sort of cafes in existence?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah, there's one Silver Street.
Yes.
Silver
I
Street.
know Helen.
You know Helen.
Yes.
So she will be a good resource for that.
Yes.
Oh.
Yes.
So she is actually running Changers. She's now at Cambridge
Yes.
University.
Yes.
And she actually opens a cafe to the healthy
I'm aware.
and all that
Is it
sort of
Cambridge?
Cambridge University. Sorry, not Cambridge now. She shifted up now is at Rotary Hospital in the lobby.
Yes.
So what you need is no rental, because rental is the one that kills.
Yes.
So you need to get somebody to provide you with space.
Yes.
And then you got to be able to get somebody who can do some cooking or at least make sandwiches and things like that. And you need to have at least reasonable food. Otherwise people will come. I mean, you can say whatever it is, it's still, Singaporeans are still very particular about choosy about food and so on. And the environment must be quite nice because we need to provide resources. You say this is a learning environment, they can't sit there and drink coffee the whole day. So you need.
Actually, we have talked quite a lot.
Yeah.
I can't too much to share now.
Yeah.
Okay, and maybe let me highlight the essence of this is really to provide the next step for a retiree to engage this sort of lifestyle.
Yes.
And it's a service project which we are embarking on.
Yeah.
And I think with the support and so on, we can succeed.
It's the network.
Yes.
It's the network. So
Maybe
That's
here
why
I want to add on, James, our club member, also Salvation Army, got a new place. I think there's opportunity that we can use his place, he sponsored the place, then we get the people and then we see how we can work on that. That will be a pilot. Rather than we go to HDB rental cost and everything,
no,
that
the rental will kill
yeah,
you.
the rental
so
will
you
kill,
need
yeah.
to get
Yeah.
quite a stable place
Yeah.
where people are
Or
willing
even
to
anywhere,
support
or even IT campus or where certain small blocks of the canteen we can always run it.
Actually, we got
Yeah.
other ideas as well because it will not just be a cafe.
Yeah.
It will be an activity center,
Activity
Yeah,
center,
yeah,
not
and
just
also
a
an
cafe.
information center.
Yeah.
Even the community center.
It's a dissemination center.
But
and
it
it's
got to be near your lecture hall, got
Yeah,
to be
let
near
me
with the
pass out some
courses.
info here. U3A publishes a monthly newsletter listing out all our events and activities. And last week we were in the news. Someone came to interview me during one of the classes. Yeah.
No, this cafe got to be near with your the lecture. It got to be near the lecture so that people can mingle.
Near to the lecture.
Yeah, no point you have a lecture in Chee-Wee and then the cafe is somewhere else.
No, this will in fact be a center for activities and so on.
Actually, the cafe is not the main lecture hall. It is a place where you meet friends and you go on discussions and you talk about what is interested. I mean, and it should be near the home.
Yeah.
The home of the people.
You can see from our schedule on page 2, we have something like 12 to 15 activities per month. Yeah. And many of these activities can be duplicated. So if we got half a dozen cafes out there, the same activity can be done all over the place. And these activities will be what will bring in sustaining customers.
You can do it at a club.
Yes. And in fact, one other idea we're toying with, instead of meeting here, your Rotary Club can meet in your sponsored cafe. Yeah? And you can even have a say in how to design that cafe so that it's conducive for your Rotary meetings. Yeah? Because your ultimate cafe. Good question, yeah.
Because it is something that is sustainable.
Yes.
You need some investment, right? You
Yeah.
cannot just ignore.
Actually, we worked out the investment scheme. Yeah. Any other questions? Fine, thank you.
Thank you.